Okay. Ready! It's filled to the brim with water. You won't get anywhere doing... That doesn't seem like a very good... That doesn't make sense. You won't get anywhere. You won't get anywhere. I don't know. You won't get any... I better not... I think that's the lever that activates the... Logically, that's the wheel used to increase pressure in the boiler. That doesn't... I don't know what the two smaller ones on the top, but the larger two in the middle, well, the upper one is a pressure gauge, and the lower one indicates the level of water in the tank. Okay, I'll empty the oil can into... Now what good besides? Okay. Ready. There we go. Okay. Ready. There we go. Let's fill that tank up a bit more. Okay. Ready. It's filled to the brim with water. There we go. Let's fill that tank up. Okay. Ready. It's filled to the brim with water. There we go. I need to fill the... I better not touch... I don't know what the two... But the large... Well, and the lower one indicates... I don't know what the two small... But the larger... Well, and the lower one... Quite a nice... Yes. Now is the time. Careful there. I don't want to burn my hand off. Okay. Okay. I'll turn the wheel once. I don't want to overdo it with the pressure and make the boiler blow apart while I'm in here. Great. Now I think there's enough pressure. Yes, it must have... And from... I hope the locomotive boiler didn't deform it, and it still works. Wonderful! It opened right away. It stinks like this place, but it's in pretty good shape. I don't think I'll take it. I should look around. I'll take this bottle of liniment. It contains mint. All that's left is... Which is why... Ew! Maybe there... No way! You may say... I'm not putting my hand... All that's left... Which is why... Ew! All that's left... Which is... Ew! It's just... The truth is... Gross! Like I said before... Whiskey. Don't insist. Don't insist, please. There's still some old wanted signs. Well, I'm afraid there aren't any I can't. I don't think I'll need an old freight, a couple of pages from an oil lamp. I'm not interested in that. Impossible. Impossible. I'd have to remove the... Every time I can't think... I can't think... It's actually... It's filled with... Ah, yeah. These dried tobacco leaves could really come in handy. I wonder what that's for. Maybe Mama Dorita has a cat and she puts its food there. Truth is, I haven't heard any meows. I'll take it, but Oscar better not find out, just in case. It's made of... and it looks... Put tobacco leaves into... Yeah, but... Yeah, but I'll need... I don't think the bottle could close, so I'd better leave the liniment where it is. A lot of the... I don't smoke. Dr. Marceau, the main ingredient... Sure, the stamp... There we go. Yeah, let's try... Okay, but there... What for? What for? I don't... Oscar?
Really?
Of course.
Thanks.
No sweat. That's what friends... And we...
Of course. I needed that. I owe you one.
Now I've got him wrapped around my little finger. Friend,
What's up?
I need your,
What kind?
well, a huge,
Well, of course.
wonderful.
So this is the rock I gotta move, huh?
Yeah, it must weigh a ton. You think you can push it out of the way so I can enter the mine?
This little marble? Of course, partner. Piece of cake. There you go. Is that okay?
That's perfect, Oscar. Thanks, pal. You're strong as an ox.
No problem. I like doing favors for my buddies. I'm out of here. I gotta mosey back to Mama Dorita's in case she needs me.
All right, guy. Thanks a lot and see you around.
Happy trails. And be careful if you're planning on going down that old mine.
That Oscar, what a nice guy. I'm glad. Hi, Sushi.
Hi, Brian. How's it going? Did you find out anything else?
I'm working on it. You see, there's something I want to talk to you about.
Shoot.
It's about,
What about?
I've been sifting around.
Yeah, well, it wasn't on the. I believe it was in the basement. You know, to be honest, the bad thing is the way into the basement was completely blocked when the local
I'm gonna thanks for all. See you later.
See ya. And good.
It looks It's used to. Okay, let's take advantage of the fact that Saturn's out. After all, here's the deal. I'll move the statue onto the catapult. There we go. Perfect. All right, let it. There we go. I hope Saturn doesn't miss the statue. Great. A hole. Here we go. Good. Which is where the. It's locked. I'll have to use the right combination. Even though it's an antique, it looks. Luckily, it remained completely intact, although it'll be one hard job to return the statue to Kevin. I can't move that on my own. It's really stuck to the floor. I can't move. It's really... Luckily, although it'll... Hi, Sue.
Hi, Brian. How's it going? Did you find...
You see, there's something I want to talk to you.
Shoot.
It's about the...
What about...
Tell me you know the combination.
I can't tell you I know it, because it isn't true. But I do know a thing or two about safes. There have been a lot in my family. So let me think. A safe from the second half of the 1800s. Probably a Winchester. At least it's something.
I'm gonna... Thanks for... See you later.
See ya, and good luck.
Okay, let's take one more peek to see what I can find. Yeah, this stethoscope might be good to have. It stinks. Yeah, great idea. Here we go. Okay, I guess I'll turn the dial slowly, number by number, so I don't miss the right one. I need to pay close. Ha! That sound was obviously the mechanism falling into place. So the first number in the combination is 85 right. Now, I should turn the dial to the left to figure out the second number. No, I need to turn it... Yes, I've got it! 29 left. And the third number, 54 right. Cool. I think the door will open now. Let's see what... Whoa. And a map of... Final! Excellent! The site of the Hopi village is marked. With this map, I'll be able to get through the mine shafts and find my way there. Even if I am... Although... This model... This model... Okay. Let's see what I... Yeah! A flat... All right. Let's go in. I hope I get lucky for once. What can I tell you? Getting over the loss of Gina was really hard. Only one thing kept me going. My strong determination to unravel the whole mystery surrounding the crucifix, which ended up being the key to a sacred crypt. I wasn't too concerned about having to get through that old mine, since I've always loved spelunking, but I wasn't aware of the unpleasant surprise waiting for me in one of the chambers. Hey! I see some light over there. Although, according to the map, that's not the exit leading to the Hopi village. Well, I'll take a look anyway. Maybe I can get to the village somehow from outside of the mine. Plus, I'm tired of wearing this darn flashlight on my head. Man, finally! I couldn't wait to take that off. Hey, what is this? Oh no! I can't stand those disgusting beasts! Ah! Bats! No! Help! I think that's the Hopi village down there. Eureka! I finally found it! It's not gonna be easy to climb down there. The mountain is really steep. The fall would kill me. I'm pretty sure the Hopi village cave is down just a few yards more. I didn't even notice it when I came. No doubt. No, if I did that. Ugh, I hate those filthy bats. No, with those revolting winged rats in there, there's no. I don't know. I don't like that. It must. Okay. The wood is in pretty good shape. I might be able to use it. Look what. It must be some. All right. It might be useful to me if I find a handle to put on it. I don't have this. Yeah, I think the femur could make a stupendous handle. Cool. It stays on nice and tight. You won't get any. Not necessary. I can tell. Sorry about. It'd be impossible. I don't want to. It's right at the edge of the cliff. It's right at the edge of the. I'm pretty sure. No thanks. Ugh. No, with those revolting wings. That doesn't make sense. That's one of the beams used to hold up the. It'd be impossible. I don't want to risk destroying. That doesn't seem like a. I can't think of any. Okay. It's. All right. Ready. I'm. I'm. You won't get anywhere doing that. That doesn't seem like a very good idea to me. You won't get anywhere. It's nailed. You won't get anywhere doing that. I don't know. I don't think. Come on. Ready. And now, no, Gina!
Brian!
I can't believe it. You're alive! How did you get here?
Long story. When I fell down that hole, I hit my head and passed out. I don't know how much time passed before I woke up. When I came to, it was totally dark, and my leg was throbbing. I dragged myself on hands and knees through the mine shafts, trying to find a way out. Finally, when I thought I was about to faint, I reached a shaft with light. I could see the sunlight at the end of the tunnel, so I got a second wind and forced myself toward it. When I came out of the mine shaft, the first thing I found was that huge statue back there, and I was scared stiff. But I regained my composure and passed through all those weird ruins until coming here. I couldn't believe I was stuck in the middle of a rocky canyon with a broken leg. In all truth, I thought my life was over. And that's right where you showed up. Oh, Brian, I've never been so happy to see someone. But tell me, how did you manage to find me?
Well, actually, I came across you by accident. After you fell down that terrible hole, I gave you up for dead. These ruins, the crucifixes.
That's a stick. How did you figure all this out?
I'll give you the full for now. Let's get you.
No, wait. I'm sure it was really hard. I can hold out a bit, please.
But you need.
No, please.
Well, you just rest and don't move. Save your energy for when we leave.
Okay, Brian, don't worry about me.
I don't like the look of Gina's leg. I didn't want to frighten her, but it seems like it's broken to me. I'll have to find a way to put a splint on her leg if I want to get her out of here. Okay, I think it'd be best to find that Hopi crypt first. Afterward, I'll take care of Gina's leg. From up close, that statue, that face is really intimidating. Now I know how the earliest miners of Douglasville must have felt when they saw this. It's a tomahawk. Yeah, a tomahawk could come in handy. Well, this can also... It must be, even though it's in... I can't leave... Great. Let's look around and see if I can get a handle on this. Yeah, I bet the sacred crypt is up on the cliff up there. Man, it's not gonna be an easy one. I can't stand those, well... Aha! This must be the entrance to the crypt. And yes, that must be the way to open the entrance to the sacred crypt. Bad news. The keyhole in the mouth of the monolith is jammed up with sand, and the key won't go in. Oh man, I thought this was all turning out too easy. I don't know what sort of, but the stem, okay. A couple. Yeah. Ready. Well, I hope. Great! The monolith is moving. I did it! The time has come to uncover the hidden mystery behind all this. I just keep the truth anyway.
Hello, my young friend. I see that you have taken the wise path and managed to reach this place.
Hey!
I knew you would be able to.
Wapuchin? Is that you?
Yes, I am Wapuchum, the last of the Hopi chiefs. Do not fear. Come closer.
But what are you doing here? I don't get it.
There is nothing to get. Listen, you do not know it, but this is what you have come in search of.
But that's...
I know what it is. The man who put it here brought dishonor to his Hopi blood by hiding it in this sacred place. It is up to you to remove it and distance this rotten seed from our pure land.
Who does it belong to?
I am not the one to answer this question. You must ask the one who brought shame to his race by hiding it here.
That person's dead.
So?
What do you mean, so? I can't ask a dead person.
I assure you that you can.
But how?
You must find the path. I know that you will be able to. Now you must leave. But first, leave the sacred Hopi key here. This sacred place must never again be desecrated.
Okay, I understand. Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Wapuchim. Will we ever meet again?
Someday, my young friend. Goodbye, and may Okiwak's light shine on your path.
Same to you, Wapuchim. Goodbye! Whoa! I thought I was gonna decipher the mystery, but far from it. I found an even greater one. We've crossed half the country for a bottle with a finger inside. It is a real human finger, I'm sure of it. Bottled in formaldehyde to preserve it properly. But who in the world does this finger belong to that it would be so important? And there would be so many people willing to kill to get it. And as for finding Wapuchim inside there, I'd rather not even talk about it. This is all nuts! Anyway, after we get Gina... Yes, here we go. Done. Let's grab the piece of rope I cut off. With this bit, I'll... It's too long. It's too long. Yep, by dividing... Ready. Let's see. Gina, try not...
Ow!
Okay, I think it'll work. Gina, it's time to go. We've got to get through the mine. But don't worry, I'll help you. And,
Yes, but tell me, what happened in that crypt? Did you get inside?
yeah, I went in and...
What did you find inside? Tell me.
Well, it was all really weird. I'll tell you on the way.
But
Give it a rest. We have a long walk ahead through the mine. We'll have to stop more than once for rest, so I'll have plenty of time to give you a thorough report. Come on, let's go. I think I know of someone who could fix up your leg. You're doing great. Put your arm around my shoulder. Oscar, my friend Gina has an injured leg. Mama Dorita can cure her, right?
Of course. Come on, get in here.
Would you believe? Gina was alive! I was flabbergasted to find her after thinking I'd lost her forever. As for the mystery we were trying to solve, we were almost worse off than in the beginning. All we had was a human finger in a bottle of formaldehyde, and that was an even greater mystery than the crucifix itself. Thank goodness I could count on Mama Dorita's help, which was more than just fixing up Gina's leg.
Now then, a bit of rest while the master plaster I've placed on her takes effect, and she'll be just like new in a short while. In the meantime, your little girlfriend had better stay here and not move a step.
Thank you so... You are so kind.
De nada.
Yes.
Muy bien, Brian. What can I am please?
Well, ma'am. I need to...
Do you mean speak with it? Very well, I can. However, you must know that in addition to myself, furthermore, experience tells me that it is of the utmost to spice things, of course.
As for that person...
Very well then, that problem is solved. All we have to take care of is the topic of the medium.
Why do we...
Look, spirits, unless they enter into the body of... That is what mediums are for. They are referred...
Where can I...
I used... She was an ex. Besides the woman from Nakozari, I don't know of anyone else around here.
What about you?
Impossible.
I think I...
You... I come... No, you cannot. Your eyes reveal that you are unprepared to lower your level of consciousness.
Okay.
I am the...
How did Oscar...
Well, that is his own... What I can... I did what he is. I have...
I'd like to...
Go ahead.
Gina!
Brian, hi.
Hey, you shouldn't move that leg too much. Mama Dorita says you'll heal in no time, as long as you rest.
I'm just a bit nervous. The concoction that woman put... Plus, I can't stop thinking of... Especially the part... My God.
Well...
What do you propose?
Look.
That Wapu?
Wupucha. I asked... I told...
You mean...
Yes, I know it'll...
I understand. Do you really think we can...
Just a few days, but now, after all the things that have happened to me, and what I've seen since we met, I don't know. I think almost anything is possible. Besides, what harm can it do to try?
I guess none. What have we got to lose? But how in the world will we do it?
With the help of Mama Dorita. She's knowledgeable about these things. However, there's one thing that concerns me. Wupuchim said that the person who hid the bottle in the sacred crypt had Hopi blood, so it couldn't have been your father.
Oh, yeah. No, of course not. It couldn't be him. Well, I suppose there are more people mixed up in this strange story.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Anyway, your dad has to be able to explain everything.
I'm sure he can. So, when should we do it?
I have to get a medium for the seance.
Okay. Well, keep me informed, please.
How are you feeling?
I must admit,
I'm out of here.
That's okay. I hate having to stay.
You just have to think. See you later.
Be careful. Bye-bye.
Hey, that guy over there must be Hello, Rutger, right?
Yeah. And you're Brian, I bet. Saturn's told me about you.
No, sorry. I only had that one.
Well, if you ever come across another one, keep Mr. Rutger in mind.
Sure thing.
Awesome, man.
Hey, that music you were playing sounded really...
You thought it was playing the bong? It's my home.
The greenhouse you've set up here is really something.
Thanks, man. Plants are my life. That is the truth. I've mostly got African spices in here. You know why? 'Cause Africa is the mother of life.
I was thinking, you wouldn't happen to know of a...
To enter, you mean to trip? I have some knowledge in that area.
Do you think you could prepare me some of that?
I could, but look, I don't know if you're aware of how things work around here.
Oh yeah, I should give you something in exchange. That's it, right?
You got it.
And what might that something be?
I don't know. I don't really need anything. Something I might like, you know.
Could you tell me exactly what the Rastafari...
No.
I'll just go. See ya!
See ya.
Yeah, Hey, Rutger.
Hey, what's
I
up?
believe I have something...
Let me see. Ah, yes. It's a very...
I'm glad you like it. Do we have a deal? The pipe.
Oh, yeah. This is sweet as honey. Take a puff.
No thanks. I don't smoke.
Listen, didn't you want some herbal pleasure to lighten you up a bit?
Yeah, but...
Well, this is the thing. Smoke.
Okay. I'm not used to this, so, one drag will do. Whoa. I feel dizzy already. I better get out of here fast. I believe I'm ready to act as a medium.
Let's see. Show me your eyes. No. It'll be better, but no. I must say your disposition for lowering consciousness enough to go into a trance has improved, but you still don't seem adequately...
About the...
See,
As for that person...
very well. All we have to...
Where can I...
I see what beside
What about...
him.
What?
Look, on that
Okay. I'd like...
go ahead.
Hi, Gina.
Brian, have you spoken with...
Yep, I just need to... I'm out of...
That's okay. I hate...
You just see you later.
Be careful. Bye-bye.
Hey, Wrecker.
Hey, what's up?
That stuff you... I need some...
More I think I was just... There is...
Yeah,
They said...
that is... Can you make it?
I have the yawa...
You what?
Yeah. The problem is, I haven't seen these...
Huh.
From the drawings I've seen, I've studied the topic quite a bit, and though I've never seen any of those bowls myself, I'm sure I could identify one if I saw it.
Very interesting, Wrecker. I've got to go now. Let's keep talking about this later.
Sure thing, man.
I still have the branch and now that I've taken a closer look, there's some pods on the stem. Yeah, I bet that plant... I'll pull the pods off the branch. Now I should... These pods... I need something else. It stinks like this place, but it's in pretty good shape. Okay, let's take one more peek to see what I can find. This scalpel may be just... Yes. Ugh, that didn't work. These pods are as hard as a rock. Okay. No.
Brian, so you made it to the Hopi village, did you? Come on, get up.
Okay. How did you find out?
And I also know you didn't come back from the Hopi village alone. You didn't tell me about the girl.
You see, I thought she was dead, and I didn't feel like talking about it.
Oh, I think there are lots of things you'd rather not talk to me about. Don't you think it's time you told me the truth about how you got here?
Well, all right, but I'm warning.
Oh, don't worry.
Here goes. Now, Gina is at Mama Dorita's house letting her leg heal, while I try to figure out the meaning of a bottle of formaldehyde with the human finger floating inside. That's all. You didn't believe it.
No, I know. Plus, Brian, you can count on me to give you a hand.
That's great. Looks old. What would I want that for? Besides, a bell. I wonder why... Yes! Good. If I heat up... I'll leave it in. All right. That should do the trick. Ow! I gotta be careful. It's burning hot. All right. This time the pods will... Finally. Now I've got those silly ayahuasca balls. And Justin... Hey, Rucker.
Hey, what's up?
I'll just see ya.
See?
Whoa, Rucker's gonna flip when he sees this. Hey, Rucker.
Hey, what's up?
You'll never believe it.
What?
I've got some ayahuasca balls.
No way, brother.
Don't believe me? See?
Man, you're right. It's prime ayahuasca.
Told you so. Can you make that Hopi brew you told me about now?
Of course, I'll get right to it.
Perfect. I'll let you work then. Well, a long time seems to have gone by. I think that Rucker must have that brew ready. Rucker!
Yeah, I'm over here, man.
Is it finished?
I have the finished product. And I'm telling you right now, this is some grade A stuff. Those Hopis sure knew what they were doing. If this doesn't put you into orbit, I don't know what will, my friend.
Okay. Does this taste bad?
Bad? No way. Drink with...
It's as if I'm...
Oh.
Now I know I'm prepared enough to be...
You don't get very well. You win, Brian. I think you will be good. Now,
Prepare myself.
it is in this...
What do you mean by... I didn't think...
And it provided believe me.
Okay, alright. What do I have...
Kneel before the...
Here?
Yes. Repira.
Okay.
San Luis.
San Lucio...
Santa Brigida.
Santa...
Jesus, my soul.
Jesus...
Enough. Please.
Okay.
Nassau, we won't be weird.
Where?
Do not worry. You see, that is a go.
Do we really have to go in
Yes, we do. Think no longer. You will see a Oscar.
Alright.
Let's begin. Now, Brian, it is important for you to stay relaxed.
Was it really necessary to tie me to the chair?
See, believe me, it was for your own safety, I assure you. Now, stare into my eyes, por favor. All the tension is flowing out of your body. You are relaxed, more and more relaxed. You feel good. Muy bien. I am going to count to 3, and when I finish, you will fall into a deep slumber. 1, 2, 3. We are here to contact a being from the other side. We have the will and the medium. We have the will and the medium. The medium awaits in the center of the pentagram. Someone from this plane wishes to speak with that being. We invoke that being with all due respect. We have the will and the medium. Gina, it's your turn. Speak with that spirit. Tell him you want to talk with him.
Johnny the Indian. It's me, Gina. I need to talk with you. You were about to tell me something and we were interrupted. Now we have the chance to finish our conversation. Johnny, it's me, Gina. Please talk to me. Johnny, is that you?
Gina, what the devil happened? Where am I?
The Sandretti's got you.
Yes, I remember. We were talking at the Pink Iguana when those thugs showed up, but I don't remember anything more. Where have I been? It's dark here, and I'm freezing.
Johnny, look, you're locked up. The Sandretti's locked you into the basement under the storeroom in the Pink Iguana.
Damn them. Gina, you've got to help me. Get me out of here, and I'll take you with me. We'll be rich, kiddo, and we'll live like kings.
So, it's true? You kept the money from the truck heist?
Of course I did. I pulled one over on those bastards. I'll share the cash with you, baby. Just get me out of here fast.
Now's not a good time. There's guards all over the place. I'll come get you out later. But tell me, where did you hide the money? The Sandrettis haven't been able to find a clue.
Of course they haven't found it. Do you think I'm an idiot? Those evildoers will never find the money.
You are so sly, Johnny. Where's it hidden?
Yeah, kiddo. Too smart to trust you, too. I'm not telling you one more word. Get me out of here, and I'll give you your piece of the pie.
Okay, all right. I'll come back in a while and help you escape.
I'll be waiting. Make it quick.
Johnny? Johnny?
He has departed. And I must say I don't like what I saw one bit. Gina, you have toyed with a spirit, and that can be very dangerous. I hope you don't regret it later on. But let us set that topic aside. Brian is exhausted and needs to rest. Oscar, untie Brian and take him to my room. Lay him on the bed and let him sleep as long as he needs.
Ow! Gina!
Oscar put you in bed. You've been asleep for nearly 24 hours. The effort of being a medium left you exhausted. Do you remember anything that happened in the Well of Souls?
Enough! Everything's but I perfect.
No,
That's it. Well,
Yes, well, remember everything I told you about my father's death in the hospital?
yeah, of course I remember.
Well, it wasn't exactly true.
You mean your father didn't?
No, he's perfectly fine, and he doesn't work for the government like I said. He breeds sheep in Marion Bridge, Utah.
So, you invented all of that?
Not exactly. Let me explain. I really did work at the Pink Iguana, but I wasn't really a singer. I performed in another type of show. That night, when my act was over, I talked to Johnny the Indian, a pretty shady fellow who'd just gotten out on parole. Johnny had had a few too many. He told me he was going to start a new life and that I should go with him. He showed me the crucifix he wore around his neck the whole 4 years he spent in prison and said it was the key that would open the door to that new life. He was drunk, and I didn't take him very seriously. I thought the guy was embracing Christianity or something like that. And then the Sandretti brothers showed up. Johnny asked me to keep the crucifix for him and to disappear before they saw me. Everything I told you about my father's death in the storeroom of the Pink Iguana was true, but it wasn't my father they killed. It was Johnny. They interrogated him and beat him to a pulp. I'd heard of the Sandretti brothers and how dangerous they are, but that night I saw it with my own eyes. When I saw them kill Johnny, I couldn't help but scream, so they found me out and I ran as fast as I could down the alley.
But why were they interrogating him? What did he do?
Well, Johnny had just spent 4 years in the slammer for holding up a truck. The whole heist was set up by the Sandrettis. Johnny was part of the group that did the job. In the beginning, the theft was a success, a fast robbery with no deaths or injuries. The money was supposed to be handed over to the Sandrettis in a garage a few hours later, but someone set a trap. The garage was full of cops, and the thieves were arrested. Luckily for them, the Sandrettis didn't show up personally, so no one could prove they were involved. However, they didn't catch all the thieves. For some reason, Johnny managed to get away, and they didn't find him till 2 days later near the Mexican border. More importantly, the money from the robbery never appeared.
What do you mean?
It wasn't in the garage, and Johnny didn't have it when they arrested him. He swore he escaped from the garage without taking a cent. Despite all their investigations, the police never found the cash. From what I heard the night they killed Johnny, the Sandretti suspected he'd kept the money and that he was the one who informed the cops and set up the raid on the garage. They thought he'd hidden the dough somewhere during the 2 days he was hiding out and that he had let himself get caught so the Sandrettis wouldn't suspect anything.
Do you think someone with that much money would allow himself to be caught knowing he'd be put away for years?
Yeah, if he didn't have any other choice. He knew that if he ran off with the money, the Sandrettis would find out and hunt him down long before the police did. He must have thought 20 million bucks were well worth 4 years in prison.
20 million?
20 million! No doubt Johnny thought that by the time he was released, the Sandrettis would have forgotten the whole story and that he could enjoy a great retirement. But things didn't work out that way. The Sandrettis don't forget 20 million bucks just because, and they were looking for him the day he got out of jail.
So, when the Sandrettis interrogated him, Did they get the truth out of him?
No, that animal Gustav killed him too fast, and Johnny never acknowledged having kept the money.
So we don't know if Johnny really even had it.
Oh, yes, we do. He told me so through your mouth during the seance. The bad thing is, I couldn't get him to tell me where he hid the money.
So, all you were really interested in the whole time was getting that money, huh?
No, well, at least not at first. I was just trying to save my life. I had been an eyewitness to a murder and knew that they would snuff me out to keep me from talking. After that, I admit I thought if we found the money, I could start a new life far from the Sandrettis. Is that so terrible?
Depends on how you look at it. What I don't understand is why they didn't knock us off in Chicago when they had us trapped in the museum.
Someone at the Pink Iguana probably told them Johnny had talked to me before they killed him. They must have thought I knew something about the money, and they wanted to get it out of me. Lucky you were so great and got us out of that awful cabin.
Oh, don't suck up to me now. You've been fooling me all this time. I'm such an idiot. I walked right into your trap.
Please, Brian, you've got to forgive me. I swear I never wanted to lie to you, but I was scared to death, and I was afraid you wouldn't help me if I told you the truth.
Well, you're wrong there. I'm so stupid I'd have helped you anyway. But this is the end of it. I'm leaving straight for California, and you?
No, please. You know they'll kill me. Sooner or later they'll find me and do me in. My only chance is to find the money and use it to start a new life. You know that. Please don't leave me alone now. Help me.
Okay. I'll help you find that cursed money. And then, I never want to see you again as long as I live.
Don't say that. I really care about you.
Oh, please. Don't play me for a sucker again. I already said I'd help you. Save the sorry act for the theater.
Don't believe me if you don't want to, but I'm being sincere. Besides, if we find the money, half will be yours.
I don't want to
Do whatever you want.
Well, we know John, but where?
Look, while you...
What?
He said that he used to take in an old trailer. That trailer can't be very far from here. And if...
Yeah, that's it. Well,
I'm going with you. My leg...
no way. You haven't recovered?
Are you going to be mad?
No, because I plan.
Fine. Just...
I'm leaving.
Goodbye.
I think the first thing I'll do is I've got to. Hi, Sushi.
Hi, Brian. How's it going? Did you find anything out?
Actually, I did, but I'm not sure whether I'm too happy about it.
Why's that? What happened?
Everything Gina told me to wrap me up in this mess has turned out to be a pack of lies.
Serious? Tell all.
Look,
Yeah, the poor girl saw them murder him in cold blood right before her very eyes.
well, forget about the murder. The old guy is living peacefully, breeding sheep in Marion Bridge, Utah.
What?
And that's when Gina told me the truth. She can't return to New York because she wouldn't last 2 days. She plans to have me help her find the money that Johnny stole so she can start a new life. I don't know what to do. I'm not interested in the money, but I don't want to. Besides,
Well, the way I look at it, that money has no owner at this point. It'd be better for Gina to keep it and start that new life than to have it end up in the hands of those awful Sandretti mob guys. As for the bank the money was stolen from, I'm sure it got an insurance payoff years ago, so nobody will lose out.
I don't know. Ever since I left New York, I feel like I've lost control of my life. I'm like a puppet with someone else pulling my strings. They decide what I can and can't do. Sort of like in those computer games. You know what I mean?
Computer adventures? Yeah, I love them. Cheer up, Brian. You know you can count on me for help.
Thanks, Sushi. You're wonderful. Anyway, I gotta try and find Johnny's old trailer. We know it's around here somewhere, and I'm sure I'll find clues in it leading me to the money.
An old trailer? I don't remember seeing one, but the truth is that I don't leave Douglasville except to go into the city for provisions. Maybe Rutger or Saturn know something.
Yeah, I'll go talk to them. See you around, Sushi.
Okay, see you soon.
Hello, Saturn. How's it going with the idea blasting helmet?
Hello, BB. The helmet is excellent, amazing. The only problem is the great deceit.
The what?
The statue, it's you wouldn't have.
Me? No, not so odd.
Yeah, though he is.
Don't.
I hope so.
Hey, when you've gone out looking.
I think, but it didn't.
And where don't you? It's real.
Well, and at that, by the way, splendor, you see.
Listen, Sal, I'll drop by later so you can.
All right, it was on the.
Okay.
You should really. You always seem.
Now that you've got your inspiration back, could you return the helmet?
Return the. Not a. A deal is a deal.
I see your.
Yes.
We'll discuss.
Ciao.
The poker. Yeah. Okay. Ha! No doubt about it. Okay, let's. It's closed. Sure. By using it as a lever. It worked! I'm in. Let's see what I find inside. Ugh! What a stench! Place is a mess. It's as big of a. Don't see anything. Don't see. It's as big of a mess. I wouldn't. It's just filled with. I won't find any. How weird. This looks like a nun's. No. Plus. Okay, I'll just rummage through these papers. This looks interesting. It's an advertisement. That may be where... Sushi!
Hey, Brian, anything newsy?
I found Johnny's trailer.
How cool! And did you find any clues leading to the money?
Yeah, I'd appreciate...
Sure, that I'm gonna finish. Leave the bro.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Sushi,
No.
you think...
It's
Did you find...
now.
And... I'd better ask... I'd bet... Oscar,
What?
I'd like...
You went well.
Gina got all excited when I told her I found... She's certain...
Brian, I've got some.
I'm coming. So...
First of all, it's not. They don't have. I need not say.
Then...
Well, it's a possibility. This type of bank charges its customers a fortune, and in turn, they pay astronomical taxes to the government in exchange for certain immunity. I mean, the police have no access to lists of customers or the items on deposit. That undoubtedly makes it a pretty safe place to stash money. Using that doesn't, but when customers, what they do. You catch my drift?
Yeah.
There you go. Then I researched the police databases, and I entered Johnny's full. I verified that he showed up dead in a New York. I kept following the lead of his last name, which obviously isn't. 4 years back, a woman's corpse floated up in the Green Gila River. When they checked, she'd been strangled.
Enough. How was she?
One of when Mary.
Was she related?
It was his. Guess what was?
I bet her.
Bingo! And whose name do you think the safety deposit box at the Mojave Bank was rented to for 10 years?
Sister.
Exactly. It all fits together now. Johnny made his. I don't think that scoundrel. I guess he thought hiding the finger, and he knew about the crypt. I suppose that what he never kept.
Good work, Sushi. I'm amazed.
Thanks. Well, just to be on the. She can put on a.
Sushi.
No, Brian. I inherited it. I'm not interested. Don't think twice. You just have to get a.
Wait. Now I.
How easy. Well, all but don't.
Of course. See ya.
See you, Brian.
Okay, but it gives me the creeps to take it. Think of that poor woman killed by her own scoundrel of a brother. Okay, all set. Now for the money. Hey, I hear the sound of an engine in the distance. I think a car is approaching. It might be dangerous. I'd better hide just in case. No, not now! Those dumb goons, Gustav and Fyodor, they found us!
Here's the trailer, just like Bob said.
Yeah, but I don't think Johnny the Indian was dumb enough to hide the cash here.
I don't either, but we better check. Did you see that? Fresh footprints by the door.
Do you think they belong to that idiot and that bimbo?
They only belong to one person, and by the size of them, they must be his. Something tells me they're close by. They probably split up to try and find where Johnny stashed the dough. I bet they'll come back here, either together or alone.
What if they have the money?
Nah, I don't think so. Plus, finding them in this area won't be that easy. This is a huge desert. Let's do a full search of this trailer and wait for a while to see if they show up.
What if they don't?
Then we'll go out and look for them. And mark my words, we'll find them, whatever it takes. And when we do, they'll wish they'd never been born. Come on!
Rotten killers. I've got to do something before those two find us. Hello, Sue.
Hi, Brian. Do you have the...
I have it. Right when I was leaving, they almost...
Wow, so they're hot on your...
No, I guess they knew about... From what I could hear...
Well, that gives you... You've got the...
I don't know. No matter where...
Yeah. What can you got?
I don't know. You're a smart woman, Sushi.
Well, just like... I'll ponder the topic. Maybe between the two of us, we can devise this. But there's one... No doubt they'd quickly find Douglasville. And from what you've told me, they won't hesitate to... We're all in danger.
Yeah, you're right. We should do something about that.
As soon as possible.
I'll try to think of something. Then I'll tell you about...
Me too. See you soon.
Yes, a bird. It's a it must... Yeah, I can use that. It's not too worn out considering the circumstance. Oscar?
What?
You're live?
Well?
Oscar, you've been named the...
Well...
Please raise your... And I swear...
And I swear, I'll do things
Perfect. Oscar?
Standing.
Sheriff Oscar? Listen, you've...
Hey, what?
What?
My sheriff? What kind of...
Yeah. Of course. Sorry, I'll go get it. Yeah, I know she won't mind if I take...
Now this is... So you were saying...
Look, about 3 miles south of Douglasville, there's a couple of... You've got it! But watch your...
Don't you? In the... I'm go...
Good. I'm sure you can do the job, Sheriff. Okay, the best thing to do would be to head for Douglasville and wait there. Here comes Gustav and Theodore's car. And Oscar is driving. So I guess everything went okay. Yes, he's pulling them out of the car, and he's tied them up hand and foot. What a tough dude. He's grabbed each of them by one arm and is dragging him into the jail. Whoa, he's so buff. I've got to tell Sushi. Sushi, good news!
Really? What is it?
Those cursed assassins are now locked away in the town jail.
But how did you manage that?
It was Oscar. I made him the town sheriff and gave him his first mission, to capture those two killers.
No way. You're unbelievable, Brian.
That big guy Oscar is unbelievable. By the way, I gave him your rifle so he could carry out his mission. You don't mind, do you?
No, that's okay. Plus, I won't be needing it anymore. Law and order have been brought back to town.
But seriously, this is all good, but it doesn't solve the real problem. Besides, we're not exactly the murdering types. And even if we were, all we'd achieve by eliminating Gustav and Fyodor is for the Sandrettis to send more killers after us.
Yep, you're right. We've got to think of something to free us of the Sandrettis for good.
You said it. You know what? I think I'll go and congratulate Oscar and get the pleasure of seeing those two thugs behind bars. Are you coming?
No, not right now. You go, and I'll keep thinking of a plan.
All right, see you soon.
See you soon.
Oscar!
Thanks, but I was just those two.
Yeah, you locked up.
Yeah,
Perfect.
just either.
Of course not. It would be a pleasure. Sheriff.
Yeah, yes.
Hi, guys.
You
Not as much of this time you've...
mean that?
He didn't.
I'd watch my mouth if I...
Yes. Stop playing.
Yeah.
I don't think you should... And speaking of... Take a go... What a waste of time talking to two...
Why don't you shut your trap,
Okay.
you Russian
Examining
retard?
the stuff those two guys were carrying around may give us some ideas. The canvas is pretty worn out, but... Sushi,
Yes, Brian.
I brought you everything Gustav and Fyodor had on them.
Okay, as soon as I leave it on the table for me, please.
All right, it's all inside a jail bag.
Okay.
Gina tried on the habit, and it fits like a glove. As for the thing about Gustav and Fyodor, I preferred not to tell her anything. If she'd found out those killers are roaming around here, there's no... It's too... No, I don't... And I wouldn't even... Sushi...
No.
Have you taken...
Yeah, although, Gustav,
Movie? How do you know?
while looking through it, can you... That, I don't want to... You know...
You like... Oh, I do.
Oh, yeah? So tell
Woody out.
me. He's my favorite. I know it's which of his...
Manhattan.
I love... Do you remember... Hey, I think I just... Wait, let me...
But...
No, I'd rather come back.
Seems like it's been an hour to me. Well?
Let me explain. Remember how in...
Yeah.
My idea is there's a cell we use that
What would...
will make them suspect that Gustav and...
Yeah. How do we do it?
You have to record the thugs. It'll...
Program is...
Guarantee. Meanwhile, Gina, got it?
Yeah.
Of course. Don't you? There's an...
All right.
Okay.
It's...
Well, hello, Gina.
Johnny,
You tricked me, you hussy. Now you're gonna die. Now you'll know how it feels to be dead.
Calm down. You were asleep. You must have been having a nightmare.
Yeah, it was horrible. Johnny was...
There.
Yeah, good. You don't look...
Well, let's drop that. Listen, come up with a plan for us to keep the... I need to record you saying, "You awful killer."
But what for? Explain it to me.
There's no time. Come on, let me... You awful killer. You
off...
That was pretty. Come on.
You lying killer. You killed him, and now you want to keep...
Better, but it still doesn't sound real.
You lying killer. You killed him.
Well, wait for me to start.
You lying killer.
Okay, get ready.
Aren't you gonna...
Later, right now.
All right.
No, see you soon.
See you.
Now I've got all I have left. I hope they behind bar.
What kind of game do you think you're playing, kid? Let us go now, and you might get out of this alive.
Okay. Hi guys, how's it going?
What kind of game? Let us...
Aren't you going to mandate it better?
By this time, it won't get...
The first...
Why don't you shut your trap?
Give it...
Come on, tell me. Done.
Give it a rest, One Eye.
Hey, Sushi.
Hi.
Yes, I have it all.
Excellent. Leave the recorder on the desk and give...
Whatever you see in it.
Bye.
Seems like it's been an hour to me. All set?
All set. Look at this.
Brian, you're a bag of pond scum.
How does it sound?
Wonderful, Sushi. And you said I was unbelievable. You're the amazing one.
Well, it's no big deal. I ended up using Gustav's voice because he seemed like the thug leading the show. We'll make the call using my computer, but the computer has a system that will make them think they're receiving the call from Gustav and Theodore's cell phone. I've also prepared the sample of Gina with a few touch-ups, including gunshot sound effects I added in. Let's go. I hope everything turns out okay.
I'm sure it will, Sushi. I trust you.
It's about time. What the heck is up?
We nabbed him.
Well, have you gotten the information out of him?
It's what we suspected, boss. Johnny told that floozy where the money was hidden before we did away with him.
I knew it. So, what about the cash? Do you have it back?
Bad news, Chief. The money's history.
What? What do you mean it's history?
Let me explain, boss. When we got here and found that bimbo and her little friend, we decided to follow them without them seeing us. You know, to see if they'd lead us to the cash.
And?
And it worked, boss. We followed them to an old abandoned mine, and apparently that's where Johnny hid the booty after the heist. We caught him by surprise exiting the mine with 2 huge trunks, but this stupid mule Theodore jumped the gun, as usual, and shot too soon.
You useless, incompetent donkeys!
Theodore missed, and they ran back into the mine. We chased after him and trapped him at the end of the mine shaft full of boxes. Boxes of dynamite, that is. I screamed at Theodore, "Don't shoot!" But that dimwit of a Russian had already fired a gunload of bullets. The whole place turned into an inferno in 1 second. We ran out and escaped from the mine by an inch.
Stupid morons.
The whole mine blew to bits with the floozy and that idiot inside. And the money, unfortunately. I'm sorry, boss. The way we left that place, there was no way to get the money out, and...
You lying killer. You killed him, and now you want to keep the money for yourself.
What was that? Gustav, you filthy rat! That was the girl who was screaming! Gustav! Gustav! You won't steal a cent from me!
Perfect. The seed has been sown.
Cool. Oh, and thanks for calling me an idiot.
I'm sorry, but it has to be credible.
It doesn't matter. This came off great.
It sure did. Excuse my lack of modesty, but I did a wonderful job here. And you don't even know about the icing on the cake yet.
What icing?
Listen, and try not to fall to the floor and kiss my feet. I hacked into a Swiss bank and created an account under I printed up tomorrow. I'll tell him either I'm way off.
Simply, you never. The only thing, I thought I'd use it myself to pick up Gina and go straight to the Mojave Bank before having a panic attack, but.
Oh, take it. It doesn't matter. Oscar can just take one of my Hummers tomorrow.
One of your Hummers?
Yeah, I have 3 in the barn, so that's all worked out. Anyway, let me tell you something. I hate goodbyes. I always end up in tears. So I'd rather just stay here by my computer instead of watching you leave, okay?
Thanks for everything, Sushi. I'll never forget you.
Goodbye, Brian. Please come back someday. And send me some email.
My address is sushidouglas@hotmail.com.
Of course I'll write to you, Sushi. So long.
Farewell.
Sheriff, I've got a mosey. I've got an urgent mission elsewhere. I'm taking the prisoner's car, all right?
Sure. The keys are in the ignition.
About those 2 guys in there, just follow Sushi Douglas's orders. She's the mayor of Douglasville.
I'll do that.
See you soon, Oscar.
Adios, amigo.
Goodbye, Brian.
We'll miss you.
He was gay, wasn't he, man? What?
It's amazing how Sushi helped me put all the pieces together, isn't it? She's an amazing girl. I picked up Gina at Mama Dorita's house. Her leg had almost totally healed, so we headed for the Mojave Bank. We got there at dusk. That wouldn't be a problem. Sushi made sure it was the kind of bank where customers can do transactions at any time of day. We were pretty scared, but it turned out getting the money was simpler than we expected. Can you believe it? There I was, driving a car stolen from a bunch of murderers with a beautiful woman at my side and 20 million bucks in the trunk. Las Vegas was close by, so we headed that way. We ditched the car and checked into a luxury hotel. Throwing caution to the wind, Gina insisted we get the best room in the hotel, the honeymoon suite, obviously for newlyweds. So, we signed in under bogus names, pretending we just got hitched. Let me tell you guys, that sure made up for the bad days I've had. Gina and I, Well, let's just say we had time to get more up close and personal. One morning when we went down to breakfast, we read in the newspaper that two guys' bodies had shown up riddled with bullets in a New York alley. Their description left no room for doubt. It was definitely Gustav and Fyodor. They didn't give any further information in the paper, but I can imagine what went down.
Stop lying, you leeches. Where's the money?
I swear we don't have it, Don Roberto. That tramp's little friend is smarter than we thought. He framed us.
So what about that telephone call?
I never made that call, Don Roberto.
You filthy mutt. Do you think I can't recognize your scratchy betraying voice, you cellar rat?
We aren't lying, Don Carlo. We would never betray you guys. Roberto, perhaps they aren't deceiving us. Gustav and Fyodor are our best men, and they've always been loyal.
I know, Carlo. I know. But unfortunately, loyalty comes at a hefty premium these days. And I guess losing it for $20 million isn't a bad deal. So let's see if your faithful boys have an explanation for this. It was tucked away very nicely in Gustav's wallet.
Hey, you scumbags! Hey, nobody laughs at Carlos Andretti to his face. No, Don Carlo, don't do it.
Hey! Damn it, Carlo. If they're dead, we'll never get back the money.
I don't care. We got more than enough dough. The most important thing is that nobody else will be enjoying our money.
Everything turned out all right after all. And frankly, I felt no remorse for those two killers. I was just sorry the Sandrettis didn't get what they deserved, too. Anyway, even though it was unlikely that the Sandrettis would follow up on the matter, it was safer for Gina to take a long vacation where nobody'd recognize her. The Cayman Islands seemed like the perfect place. Gina insisted I go with her, but well, look, I just couldn't. I'd worked so hard to earn my chance to study at Berkeley. I couldn't just throw it all away.
We made it. Brian, are you sure you don't want to come with me?
No, Gina. I worked really hard to be able to come here, and I can't just let it all go by the wayside.
Whatever you want. I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you, too. But it's for the best. This is where I belong.
You could always take a year off and then...
That wouldn't work. Be happy, Gina. See you soon.
I'd be happier with stubborn old you. Goodbye.
Why do I feel like a total idiot? What did you forget now?
Well, something tells me you're dying to come with me. Am I right?
Maybe, but what about you?
What about me?
Are you dying for me to go with you?
Of course. You know that's silly.
Well, now that I think about it, Berkeley's been here for over 100 years, so I guess it can wait 1 year more.